My name is Lecturer Clergy, Bishop Kenya Loltome. Yes, we are going to read the Word of God from the book of Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10. And our topic is about love of money. Love of money. Alright, so I'm going to read 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10. And it is a textual sermon. Alright, so I'm going to read. But godliness with contentment is great. Alright? But contentment, that is, I will start again by chapter 6, verse 6 and 10, verse 10 also. So I said actually two verses. Love of money, we are going to zero in with two verses. That is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6 and 10. But godliness with contentment is great. Then verse 10, it is stated clearly here, for the love of money is a root of all evil, or of all kinds of evil. Some people eager for money have wandered from their faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. Two verses I've read from this book called 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verses 6 and 10. Now my question is a desire for money always a root of all evil? You can read even those answer if you continue reading 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 9 to 11. Alright? This is actually Apostle Paul charged his young pastor called Timothy, and he told him, alright, in verse 9 to 11, people who want to get rich fall into temptations and a trap, and to many foolish and harmful desires. They plug men into ruins and destructions. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith, and pierced themselves with many griefs. 11, verse 11. But if the man of God flee from all this and pursue righteousness, goodness, faith, love, endurance, and gentleness. Now my question again, is a desire for money always a root of all evil? It is a big no in what we have read. Always one can desire money for God-centered kind of life. To love money is not bad. I'm putting on clothes which I've bought, even this tie, and my trousers, and the food I'm eating, and so forth. So, desire of money for a godly centered life is not bad. Alright? Remember also some people who want to be rich in verse 17 and 18, alright, actually have plugged themselves into many ruins. If you also love money in a wrong way, you are going to plug yourself into ruins in 1 Timothy verses 17 and 18. And it says, command those who are rich in the present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provide us with everything for our enjoyment. Alright? Verse 18 also, command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share what you have to other people who are needy, like poor people. So I can say here now what we have read is counsel then in that case, which Apostle Paul gave his young pastor called Timothy. Alright? We can say here now, we need to be rich, which is alright, and wealthy, but we need to humble ourselves. That is the word from this text. We need also to trust God, okay, rather than money. Many people who are rich are dying more than the poor people in these villages. Alright? Because they are misusing money. They go even buy diseases like HIV and AIDS They go and drink excessive alcohol and kill themselves. They go and do so many things which are not pleasing to God, to use their money to kill human beings. All right? And so that kind of wealth is not good in that case. So, and we need to be interested in good deeds in that case. All right? And bank our accounts also in heaven by fearing God. So the key kind of issues here, which we have read in short, it is actually we need to focus on the right things. While we are in this temporal world full of sin, and also we need to take care because we are living in a world fallen of sin from the very beginning, from our parents, that is Adam and Eve, up to today. So the desire of money is not bad if it is centered actually in God's kind of godliness, holiness life. But if it is in satanic way, then it is wrong. So what I want to say here, in this devotion of mine today, I'm reading from New International Version Bible. It is written here. I have also a degree in Islamic Studies. You see my Quran here, which of course will tell you where you are, why we are here or not, where we are going, which is heaven. All right, and this book also, and you can also get this message in an orderly manner of this warning in Quran chapter 14, verse 52, why you are here, where you are going, which is heaven, and also it is stated clearly even in the Bible in Isaiah 66 verse 1 and John 14 verse 1 and 2, a place with main rooms called heaven, upper locations, potential location. We don't know how far it is from heaven. Heaven is how far is the distance from earth, but God is seated there in white throne, and also is also stepping here on earth, and He is seeing everywhere. Okay, so how can I be happy? Both books will tell you. And how can I find inner peace? Both books will tell you. And also He will give you actual the answers on every kind of questions of life. The Holy Quran is saying one God in 1 Quran chapter 112. This one is also saying one God in Exodus chapter 20 verse 3. So remember, also we need to know more about, I've studied actually at Kapsababa College. I've studied at Kapsababa College in Nandi County, Kenya for 4 years. I was doing also Islamic Studies at Columbia International University, independent learners. Yeah, is my Quran. Here's the syllabus. You want to apply. The syllabus is here. Alright, Columbia International University Division of Theological Studies. Introduction to Islam. It is here. You can read it. Alright, if you wish. You can apply if you wish also. Alright, some of the books we are reading is this one. Islamic. This Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And also Bible. Major and minor prophets. Here it is. Alright. You can see some of the books we are reading. Alright, peoples of Islam and Christians, also politics of both religions, and also power, both religions. Also the broken family of Abraham is here. I used to study also why Israel are fighting, also with Hamas, their brothers, the son of Abraham, Ishmael from Agar, okay, second wife of Abraham, and also Sarah, the first wife, Isaac. We also studying and how can we harmonize these people. And also sometimes even writing and giving even Israel some kind of studies on this. Also remember that actually money is not a root of all evil if it's used in a Christ or God-centered life. But if it's used in another demonic ways, it is very bad. So I'm Bishop Kenya Loltome. I'm studied at Kapsababa College for years. Theological studies. We also studied at the Vision International University, Ramona, California, an affiliate campus here in Kenya for 3 years, that's 7 years, and also Columbia International University, a division of Islamic Studies, to know God and to make Him known. So more than 10 years I've studied theology. Today in this Star newspaper, we are told President Ruto / Principal Secretary Slot and appoint also Raila allies as he continue now, preparing to leave his seat. He has even handed the power now to Raila, His Excellency Raila Molodinga. Raila Molodinga, His Excellency Engineer, the Supreme People's Power President, His Excellency Raila Molodinga. He is now the one who is actually given the economy of the country, as now the person who is now in charge of Kenya economy. We are told now that the docket of Kenya economy, national treasury, is given to Raila Molodinga. Okay, His Excellency Sir Raila Molodinga, which now I'm looking forward to be my in-law because I'm planning to marry his daughter, youngest daughter, Winnie Imga Raila Molodinga. Alright, Honorable Winnie Imga Raila Molodinga is a member of parliament of East Africa Legislative Member of Parliament, representing Kenya among 12 countries of East Africa Legislative Council Assembly. So, it's going to be my wife, near future priestess, Honorable Winnie Imga Raila Molodinga, in my government. And also, my vice president will be none other than, Brigadier Gugubo, retired Kenya Army. Is going to be my vice president. I was deputizing in 2002, and he also on. We are not to win, but we just opted not to be on ballot paper. Although we are cleared by Honorable Andy Derito, Regional Political Party, and also Honorable, Shopkati, Wafula Shopkati. We are just told by our president, retired Kenya president, who is Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, not to be on ballot because we could have garnered 50+1 or to spoil the vote in that case. Because Luyas are the second, in numerical numbers in population in Kenya. So, my vice president from Luya, subtribe Bukuso, His Excellency Nikugubo, Brigadier, retired Kenya Army, was nearly also to win election 2007, but now he has given an okay to be the president of the United States of Kenya Republic for 7 county government, 290 constituencies, and 1,451 assemblies. And my also prime minister is none other than His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, the former Kenya vice president, is going to help us to be in third hierarchy in that government. Now is coming, this one, right? This one, United States of Kenya Republic. And my first lady, I said, will be priestess Honorable Winnie Imga Raila Molodinga, the youngest daughter of His Excellency Supreme People's Power President, His Excellency Dr. Raila Molodinga, youngest daughter. So it's going to be my wife very soon. There's just waiting to officiate our wedding, but we are married online. There's no objection anyway. So, and also my 2 other leaders I've mentioned, Brigadier Gubo, His Excellency. Brigadier Gubo is also having his second lady, second lady, and also other one second lady, which are going to help us in politics. Otherwise, this is the government in place. It is actually, we have even Obama is here. This government was formulated October 11, 2020, and it is still online on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So we just I'm just going to be an interim president myself, alright, for the time being, alright, because now Kenya economy has crashed down, and that's why now the president has given out his government to Raila Molodinga to check whether he can at least move some few days, before it collapse totally. So Raila Molodinga, His Excellency, Sir Raila Molodinga is the one now is holding the economy key of Kenya Republic, because the Minister of Opposition, the Honorable Bandi, alright, is now the Minister of Finance. He's the one who is going to pay even President Ruto money, his salaries, and all other civil servants. But now he is given an empty docket. There's no money. The president has already misused the money, and now he's actually trying to flee the country or to step down, because now he has under the power. Because now every country, is being held by God and also money. You can, the workers are supposed to be paid money. Or salary payment is not a gift in the Bible, alright? It is actually something you need to pay, to human beings. So if the president now is saying that I'm unable to pay people money, let Raila Molodinga pay them. And Raila Molodinga now is given that docket of, finance, which is not bad if there's money. Raila Odinga now is actually the one to be blamed for any government collapsing, which is already now starting to collapse. Our stock market is now started collapsing, and now Ruto has handed power to opposition. What? Wages. For the workers deserve their wages in Luke chapter 10 verse 7. Alright? The workers deserve their wages. If you read Luke chapter 10 verse 7, you have to pay wages people who are supposed to work. And if there's no money, then they have to ask you, because it's not a gift, it's an obligation of the state. So now since Ruto has no money, has already misused money, he is now giving out that docket to Raila Odinga, so that he will blame him, and the whole world will blame him, which we know that we cannot blame him, because he's not actually given money. There's no money given to him. He's just given a key, okay? Alright? For nothingness. The Bible says here in Luke 10, chapter 7, stay in that house, eating and drinking whatever they give you, for the workers deserve his wages. Do not move around from house to house. Jesus Christ sent his disciples, 72 of them, and he told them, alright, you stay in where you are and do that ministry, but don't move until they give you what to eat. Alright? You have to pay people, even the instructors. People are also giving you instruction. They are giving you knowledge, like those disciples of Jesus Christ. Okay? It's about, they are said here about 72 of them. You know, the disciples have been promoted again to become apostles. Okay? So, wages are not actually, it's not a gift, it's an obligation that the government need to pay. And that's what the Bible says here clearly. Wages must be paid actually in Luke chapter 10 verse 7. That's what we are reading from the Word of God. Another also example, if you read again Romans 8 chapter 4 verse 4, Romans chapter 4 verse 4, his wages are not created to him. It's the same thing, wages are supposed to be paid. For the wages of sin is also death. Remember also, if you do something bad, you will be paid death penalty. That's why we have all countries with the death penalties. I'm reading from New International Version Bible. So this is the government in place coming. Okay, I'm going to be succeeded again by His Excellency Dr. Barack Obama of United States of America. He's a son of Kenyan here, and Kenyan want him to rule us. He came here when he was in president office, and people told him, come and rule us. So that's why I formulated this government that time. And also I included him to inherit me. So the simplest form of government, for those who don't know, is an exercise at the normal family level where children are subjected to rules and regulation by their parents. And the highest form of government on earth is actually state government, like Kenya now government. Okay? And also other nations. So in the government, leaders in possession of authority are supposed to execute their function fairly over those people they are ruling. Alright? Without partiality, favorism, nepotism. Alright? But to work effectively and efficient in leadership governance, which is fair and justifiable to the people. That is actually my government now, what I'm saying in this government. I'm also having my own, ministers here. So many of them, there are about 20, including even, Her Excellency, Member of Parliament as well, because my government will look like Kanu or Moi government. My Minister of an MP also of Territorial Waters and Development and Fisheries, which is stipulated in the Bible in John 4:14 and Matthew 4:19, is none other than Her Excellency, Madam Dr. Betty Ida Raila Amolo Odinga. And Assistant Minister, Member of Parliament, he's going to choose for our own self whom he wants. Also, His Excellency also Ekwe Toro is the Minister of Energy and Mining and Member of Parliament as well. And being assisted by Assistant Minister Esther Koimet, Honorable Esther Koimet. You can get that one from the Bible, Acts chapter 1 and verse 8. His Excellency also, Mr. Gilo Jarso Falana, is the Minister of Housing and Planning. and settlements also, and MP likewise. He's from Marsabit, where I come from, Borana Oromo, and also assistant minister he will choose for himself. So that's just an example of some few people I've mentioned here, among many. Even Minister of Finance in my government will be His Excellency, Ishradali Muhammad Sumra. He will be Minister and Member of Parliament in my government, and also Honorable Naisula Robert Kiplagat Samburu is going to be actually Assistant Minister and Member of Parliament in my government. So you can read that one in Haggai chapter 2 verse 8. Silver and gold and money belong to God, so we are going to use it. Also, Minister of Health will be Excellency First Lady Margaret Kenyatta. All right, he's also a member of Parliament and minister. All right, in my government. Again, you will read that one, Jeremiah 3 verse 6, and he's going to choose whom he want to assist her in that kind of docket. I'm just give you an example. Internal Security Minister will be, Colonel retired Kenya Army, all right, Colonel Timothy Laparie, all right, Samburu, and also we are going to have, Assistant Minister, okay, retired now, who have resigned, Japhet, His Excellency Japhet Kome, the one now IG, who have resigned recently, okay? He is going to be an assistant minister and member of parliament in that government. They will have flags, all right, in their vehicles. They will not be called cabinet secretary. They are called ministers and assistant ministers, MPs. And they are going to be getting money, more money than even ordinary members of parliament, Senate or in Senate parliament or in national parliament. You can read that one actually. Minister of about health in about actually security in Nehemiah 4:9. We need to pray and post a God. We are also Murade, Honorable His Excellency Murade, Member of Parliament, a local government, and also is going to have Fatuma Gedi Ali, Assistant Minister, Honorable Assistant Minister Fatuma Gedi Ali. Minister of also Education will be Matiangi, Dr. Fred Matiangi's Excellency. And also is going to have somebody called Honorable Lilian Tomtomi Pokot. But read that one also in Proverbs chapter 16:16. It's a government from the, there are 22 actually. All right. So and also Minister of Livestock and Agriculture, Livestock. We are going to have Honorable His Excellency Silas Parseto, and also assisted by the First Lady of President, His Excellency, now to going President Dr. William Ruto, wife, First Lady, or Excellency Honorable Rachel Shebet, going to be Minister of Agriculture, Livestock Development, Assistant Minister with flag. Among many others, you can check this government anyway. And Minister of Land, His Excellency Atoli, and also is going to have also Assistant Minister, Member of Parliament, Roba Gutola is from Marsabit, and Assistant Minister is actually Gabra from Marsabit, where I come from. Was my classmate. So remember, you will see this government fully, and also Minister of Foreign Affairs there. You will get it there. It is written clearly. And Minister of Spiritual Affairs and Social Protection is there. His Excellency Inspector Reverend Samuel Saningo from Narok County Government, retired police inspector, and also a pastor. He's a reverend. He's going to be Minister of Spiritual Affairs and Social Protection, Kazimitani, and also Mamba Kiro, assisted by Honorable Hassan Ali, Imam of this place of mosque. He's going to be an assistant minister because we are going to build churches, temples, and also mosques. So God will have a share in that government, and we are going to give God also what belongs to God, to build churches, and also all the priests in my government, OSAP, they will be paid by the government wherever they are to serve their own churches, but they will be paid by the government. And the churches will also give them allowances, because there will be state bishops and pastors and reverends. If you are appearing in my WhatsApp group, remember that you will, in my government, you will be paid by the state. And the church you are, whether you are an SDA, whether you are AIC, whether you are what, whether you are PCA, whether you are Baptist, whether you are, a Prophet War church, you will be paid money. Whether you are in a Rise and Shine, you will be paid money. And then, but the state will be paying you. You will be state pastors, bishops, priests anyway. But you will also serve wherever you are. If you are in SDA, you will be there just to implement more churches in that place. So, and if you are Catholic, then you will be, my mom also is a Catholic. So you will be we have even Catholics, will just give them money. So what we want to say, remember the next government is here. And money are not actually bad if it is used in a centered godly life. But if it is not godly, then it will end up being now terrible. You can even use money to kill others and kill yourself. We are told even one of the cries, accountants, Judas, misused money to sell his master, Jesus, to be crucified by the priest, and also bad Roman government of that time. And he went again and, hung himself eventually in Matthew chapter 27, verse 5. So if you misuse money also, it can kill you and kill others. But not bad. Money, the Bible is saying it's not bad if it is used in a godly centered life. Alright? To help others and to help yourself and to build, the economy of the country, development socially, spiritually, physically, and economically. It is very useful. We need money. Actually, and silver and gold belong to God in Haggai chapter 2, verse 8. So remember the incoming government is here, and I cannot keep on repeating the same. And remember now, the Kenya economy is under the opposition, so there's no Ruto government now. Ruto is also waiting Baba, my in-law, His Excellency Dr. Engineer Raila Amolo Odinga to pay him salary. Alright? Because now the key has been handed over, because they themselves are unable to run the country. So remember, anytime I already requested the United Nations and also great nation on earth, America, to help us, and also AU, Dr. His Excellency Faki, and also His Excellency Joe Biden, the President of Dr. Biden, His Excellency, the President of America, to help us, and also East African community, and also other nations which are able to help us for presidential transitional kind of a council for us to have an interim government. And also I've requested America to give us, American money to use for that kind of a, interim government for the time being, as we look forward for Obama to come and lead us for some time. Because of ourselves, we are just going to be there for a very short period of time. That's the way I've formulated this government. And then we'll now have, His Excellency Dr. Barack Obama, His Excellency, to come and rule Kenya. Kenyans want him. 99%. The whole everybody will concur with me. They have called him when he was here to come and rule them. So it's not only me who is going to support him, but all Kenyans, 99.9. So we are unable to rule ourselves because, our country now, the economy has crashed down. That's why now the president handed over the key to Raila Amolo Odinga. So I need also grant from US to have to use their, dollars, so that because our debt now has reached the limit, we cannot pay anymore. We are unable to pay the debt of our IMF, International Monetary Fund, or other money we owe America and other nations, another organization of the world, World Banks, Africa Banks, and all other banks, and all other countries like Chinese and other countries. We have taken their money. We are Britain. We are unable to pay the money, so we need grant money, which will be helping us for the time being, as we look forward to have a better government later on. But that interim government of mine, I've said we have already leaders here. So we are going to be there for some shortly, even period to 2030 vision. And then we let Obama come and rule us. Because he has ruled America successfully. His Excellency Dr. Barack Hussein Obama has ruled America successfully for 10 years. So why not rule Kenya? And we want him. Yeah? He's a son of a a Luo here, ethnic group, right? And a lot of group here, and everyone want him. I hope he is going to help us better than maybe all of us. So remember that actually, I need also the government to compensate if there is something for these youths who are killed due to protest. They have sacrificed their lives like Jesus Christ to save those who are living. And that's why now the president has actually, has actually brought a lot of death and anger in this kind of period of time. He has ruled life for 15 months. And that's now he has surrendered to give out the key to His Excellency Dr. Raila Amolo Odinga. Okay, Sir Raila Amolo Odinga, His Excellency, to help us. But yeah, there's no money then. He has handed over an empty docket to opposition so that he will blame them. He's saying that now I am not holding any economy of the country. If there is no money, it's not me who misuse it. I've misused it. It is opposition. It is not like that. He has given an empty kind of a treasury. And Raila Amolo Odinga has no money to run the country. So that's why now we need an interim government, as we all of us are seeing it. Otherwise, may God bless you, human being living in Kenya and beyond, and pray for me, as I pray also for you. And also, this is my government I've mentioned, and also the people I've mentioned who are going to help